There's just gonna be a rant of me bullshitting about Look Back by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Look Back by Tatsuki Fujimoto is so fucking good that all of you have to read it. It's just so good. I don't even know. I made this video like 5 times already, trying to explain the greatness of fucking Look Back by Tatsuki Fujimoto, and I just can't, bro. It's so good that I keep messing up like mid recording and just decided to delete all of the shit. And so I'm just gonna fucking rant about it, like talk all the praise this fucking godlike being Tatsuki Fujimoto made Look Back. It is so good, let me tell you. The paneling, the character development, the emotion. Tatsuki Fujimoto does not take you as a stupid reader that does not understand everything and has to be fed by mouth. He does not think that at all. He will use his masterful use of paneling to make the reader understand and hit you with more emotions rather than using dialogue boxes. Like, sure, you could explain a scene using dialogue box to explain how much a person was hardworking, or how long, what is she thinking when she's seeing the millions of, not millions, like probably hundreds of sketchbooks lined up to Kyomoto's room. Like, you do not need dialogue boxes for that. You could just see the hard work and the hard work that Kyomoto's put into drawing, basically, right? So Fujimoto is so good at paneling and is so good at conveying emotion through drawing that I think this is what manga should be like. Like, I don't wanna fucking see Hunter x Hunter, like a whole essay in a dialogue box. No, like, bro, I'm reading manga. Don't just write a line novel if that's the case. But Fujimoto is just so fucking good that I don't know, man. Like, and the character, don't get me started. Like, I don't give a shit. This is spoiler alert. Basically, Kyomoto died because of a crazy guy going inside her school. And then when she died, assuming that Fujino's character is very arrogant, right? She's a very arrogant and prideful person. I would expect her to, rather than, I would expect her to blame Kyomoto for going to the school. I would expect some kind of a panel where Fujino would say something like, "I knew you shouldn't go to the school," or like, "You should have just come with me, and this would have been better." Like, that's what I was thought. Not in a arrogant way though, in more of a emotional, depressing kind of way. You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't have gone to the school and then like fucking crying. But no, that's not what fucking Fujimoto does. I was so caught off guard when Fujino was actually blaming herself for Kyomoto's death because she brought her out of the room. And like, when I saw that scene, I was so struck I was struck that Fujino is very for Kyomoto, she's very, how would I say, she feels very responsible for everything that Kyomoto does, and you could see like her arrogance is thrown out of the window when Kyomoto died, right? And the way that is handled is so good, like how she feels so guilty about it, but at the same time, it's not really her fault though. And then, of course, in Fujimoto's work, if you have read Goodbye Eri, you would know Fujimoto likes to add a pinch of fantasy in most of his work, and I've read all of his work, and I will tell you, like, it's batshit crazy for every one of them. But Look Back, it's the most tame one out of all of them. It's more of a solid plotline, but he did add a pinch of fantasy and something like an alternate timeline or a what if could have happened. Now, while some people doesn't actually like how Fujimoto used this pinch of fantasy to make bullshit up, I really love this, the way he does this, because he's not actually saying that this is an alternate universe where Kyomoto actually lives. No, that's not what he's saying at all. What he's actually saying is just like this. This is my interpretation, by the way. Okay. So what I think that he meant was, this is what could have happened, and this might have been actually some kind of weird time dilation, time paradox, some kind of shit like that. But at the same time, you could also take it as a is not something that is time related or anything like that. It's just maybe Kyomoto actually wrote that, like drew that small manga before, and it just happened to be slipping down through the door at that time also. So it's not really a fantasy. It's more of a uh, your interpretation, and it's not really about if it's a fantasy or not. It's more about conveying the message, right? And then, bro, the best scene. I mean, the best panels that out of the one shot that I will always remember in my head. Cause every time I think about that panels while listening to some fucking Kensuke Ushio song, I will cry, dude. Like I will genuinely cry when I remember that panel while listening to a Kensuke Ushio song or like any sad anime song, basically. So the panel that I'm talking about is when Fujino and Kimoto was talking, right? Uh, and Fujino was saying how she doesn't actually like drawing manga. She does not like it. She would rather just read it rather than drawing it because it's a hassle. She has to draw it and inking everything else. Like it's just too much work for her. That's what she said. And then Kyomoto asked her, "Then why do you draw, Fujino?" And Fujimoto does not even tell us the answer. Like, why does Fujino draw? Like, maybe, but you should get the masterful paddling that he used to just convey the emotion and the emotional structure faces for like Kyomoto and Fujino at that scene. For me, it's just it hits more rather than fucking Fujino saying I drew because of you. Like, no, I don't need that. I just need a drawing of fucking Kyomoto's precious face on the page, and that's it. You got me bawling, bro. And it's so good. Like that panel, it's just so good. Everything about this manga is so good. I might make another rant about Goodbye Eri because that shit is way more confusing and too many layers to actually unravel. There's other things that I want to say about Look Back, but basically that's the whole rant that I want to say is just how fucking good it is. And if you haven't read it, well, I just fucking spoiled you, you dumb shit. But yeah, just read it. I read it like fucking 5 times, so it's a easy 10 out of 10. Alright, peace out, boys.